Destiny is calling you. Will you answer the call? Ever since you were a child, you probably had dreams, you had aspirations. And as you continued to grow up, people told you to let go of them. People told you that maybe you're crazy. People like you can't do this. We have to fall in line with the matrix. But each and every one of us had an experience as we grew up. And the experience that you had, the inner superhero inside of you, it was giving you a call that you needed to answer. You went on your journey, and our specific experiences as children and even as adults, they molded us, and we had the real life experience. As empaths, we're able to have these experiences, feel what other people feel. And then when we, at the right moment, when we have all the power available to us, that is the light of Christ, then in a divine moment, our vocation, our destiny is fulfilled. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey and I make it relevant for everyday life people. Ever since I was a boy, I knew I was destined for greatness. And many of you that are receiving this message, you might have felt like that since you were a child. You felt like you came here, you had to do something very important. You couldn't fit in, and you might have been, successful at your craft. But it was just a regular 9 to 5 or a typical, maybe job. And you were en route, or you're getting this little nudge to answer a calling over a job. And, that was my journey. When I was a boy growing up in Brooklyn, I had certain experiences. And growing up amongst community of all different backgrounds, all different colors, classes, and creeds, I had a lot of experiences, and I saw firsthand all the different experiences any person can have. And a lot of people around the world, they don't get this. Later on in my life, I was a public school teacher. And to have that experience and to see certain things that were done wrong, not only to children, but to teachers. Did you know this? So, I knew that, I started to see the things that were wrong in the world, and, the way that my mind was, the way that my sacred heart is aligned, I know that different things need to be installed, changes for all different types of people, according to our firsthand experience. On my journey, I've had several experiences, and God puts us in these experiences so that we can become the professional, okay? All the nooks and crannies, everything about that specific experience. And destiny, at first glance, we think we have an idea. Oh, I'm going to have this job, I'm going to do X, Y, or Z. But later in life, all of a sudden, there's a nudge inside of you, and God is nudging you to go in a path maybe you never even expected. And there are going to be catalyst moments, events in your life. And this event, if you've never seen my video on a quantum event, create a quantum event. Maybe sometimes we're waiting for an event to happen in our everyday life to catapult us, to launch us. But sometimes we ourselves, I could grab a video camera and start filming. I created this myself. I had the nudge, I had the drive, beyond motivated, driven to do something. Or sometimes a situation could pop up, and at first glance, that situation, it doesn't seem so great. But this event, it could be a quantum event that launches you into something greater. So over the course of my journey, I've done many things, and each time period in my life, each season, because God puts us in seasons, and we have seasons, you have to know this. And going through each season, you have it, and then you come out of it, and then you're going to go back into it. And it might be a similar experience to what you had in the past. On my journey, I dealt with censorship. Do you deal with censorship on your journey? Why don't you comment that down below if you are dealing with it in any form of your everyday life. You know, the power of spoken word is so important. And if you are muzzled, if you're not allowed to speak your truth, you have to speak your truth. You have to roar like a lion right now. And when people, they're not able to speak their truth, we're not actually creating. We're not creating, we're not building. And in our wellness facet, Dr. Gabor speaks about this. When you're not allowed to speak the truth, when you're censored, when you're suppressed, you start to get ailments in the body. And going through this, I went through a season of trials and tribulations when it came to censorship for my mission. And now, once again, I'm starting to see these things creep back in. Well, now, you know, when we go through one season, then you go back into that situation. It's a similar feeling. And right now, going through this, I could feel what I felt the time where I kind of lost everything for a period of time. And God let me sit with it. And God is going to let you sit with it. What is your situation on your journey? And you could look around and you say, wow, I'm in this situation and I want to get out. I feel like I'm about to get out of it. There's something you need to do. Destiny is calling you. You might be getting this message, and there is a destiny that you have. And you're going to fulfill that destiny. But in the energetic realm, if you will, there are certain emotions, there's certain feelings, and your body will not allow you to ignore it. And that uncomfortable feeling that, like, I got to do this right now. I got to speak. I got to move. I have to change. I have to create, whatever it might be. It's coming up. That's called the Holy Spirit, okay? And that fire is rising inside of you. Some people in spirituality discuss the Kundalini, but you will feel this fire rising up inside of you, and it's beyond motivated. You are beyond motivated. You are now driven. This is your destiny. And sometimes, you know, we think we're going to do something, and then all of a sudden, you're pushing against something. You're pushing. This is the way. Maybe it's not the way. And God is going to open, okay, a new pathway for you. So, on my journey, you know, I have specific things that I experienced. And that was what God wanted me to tackle. So you are going to have certain experiences, and you need to take those experiences and what you learned from them, what you maybe through a childhood, through certain years of your life, and how can you show up in the world and improve, fix, or shift, because we're going through a massive shift right now. How are you going to shift it so that all people on my journey, we have to have education that is good for children, and not only for children, for the teachers as well. Maybe you are a teacher, current or former, and you dealt with things that weren't so great in a system that was supposed to support you. Why don't you comment out down below? All right. And you getting this message, you're driven as I'm driven. And you can't, like, you know, back down or just like play pretend. You know, I got into this, I started doing these videos and started this mission. And I came in contact with a lot of people that are kind of full of it. You know, they're not doing it for real. And, you know, I was actually gaslit because I literally wanted to change the world. And it's so strange to people. But now the energy's flipping. So all of those individuals that, you know, thought that this was all, play pretend, we do it for real here on this channel. So if this message resonates with you, why don't you click the like button? I'm so grateful. Click the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. We keep it at 100 here on this channel. And we're going to create things that have never been done before. When you do this, right, you tend to trigger people. A lot of people attack what they don't understand, actually. You got to rise up. You got to be empowered. And there's only one thing you could do in life, is keep moving forward. And that drive, that jolt of electricity that you feel going through you, that is that drive that you can't ignore. You can't ignore it. Comment that down below. Are there certain things in your life that you absolutely can't ignore? Right now, as I'm sitting in the energy right now, there's something out there that I can't ignore. And I know intuitively that it's going to launch me into a different realm. And this is where God is taking me. So again, I'm just like all of you. I deal with anxiety. I deal with stress and seeing things that it is wrong. And your soul, if you see something done wrong to yourself, to children or to your coworkers or your friends and family? Will you have the courage to stand up? Will you have the courage to start creating a brand new reality? Because years ago, when I was a child, I saw a small group of people, 3 men, take over the entire world. And now a small group of people will take the entire reality. They will take the entire world and build a better one. This old matrix is finished. And right now, we are taking over. You have to believe in yourself. And in your life, you're going to have family members, friends, maybe even yourself, go through hardships. And you're seeing that inner superhero. God is calling you. Destiny is calling you. Will you answer the call? I'm here to answer the call because I'm the best there is at what I do. I build, I teach, I lead. I am the high commander. I heal from everything. I regenerate. I come back better than I was before. And in the light of Christ right now, we are going to send this message out to millions of people. If you're getting motivated, all together, let's move forward and let's bring forth the victory of the light. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. That's all you could do. I appreciate each and every one of you. Check out the channel page. We have daily videos, and we have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. The links are in the description. Check out my sister's Etsy store. She sells the hoodies and t-shirts, and let's support each other. Let's move forward. Let's build new communities that are in resonance with the growth of the new earth and the age of authenticity.